Hi, everybody. We're here in Sansar with Parker Static, who's an entertainer in Second Life, and she's going to be coming here to play and is going to participate in Sansar's first ever contest. And the title of the event is The Voices of Sansar. How you doing, Parker?
I'm doing well. How are you, Vinnie?
I'm terrific. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
So listen, we want to talk about you for just a minute here. Tell us where you're from.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh, Music City, USA. No wonder you're a big famous singer in Second Life. Tell us about your Second Life experience. When did you join? When did you start performing?
Let's see. I joined Second Life a little bit over 8 years ago. And I logged in and I couldn't even move. I couldn't do anything. And so I was just like, what is this? And I left for an entire year and a half because I couldn't move. I didn't understand it. And then about a year and a half later, I came back. Somebody directed me to the O Lounge, and Can I Panic helped me get my life together. And I've been singing now for about 5.5 years actively in Second Life.
That's awesome. Listen, this isn't about me at all. I'm just doing the interviews, but I just want you to know on a personal level, you have had the exact same identical experience as me. and we've been playing the same amount of time. And I'd like to let the people that are watching this video know that Parker's quite accomplished. And as you can tell,
thank you.
She's a seasoned veteran. So listen, this is important.
Hey, says Vinnie, who is amazing in his very own right.
Oh, stop it. This is an important question. Okay, ready? Brace yourself. This is your second time in Sansar. What do you think of it so far?
It is still just as perplexing as it was the first day that I logged in, except this time I was able to move and put on clothes, even though it took me an hour. I think it has a lot of potential. It could be just as fun as SL if you have the time to invest in learning it, how it works.
Well, it's in creator beta right now, and they're going to make it a lot easier and user-friendly. But like anything else in development, you got to get from point A to point B.
That's right.
And it's actually kind of cool to come here, and it feels like starting over in a way.
It does. Okay, everybody's on the same playing field, so everybody's noobs.
All right, let us know, let the people watching this know what kind of music you perform, who are some of your influences, what inspires you to make music?
Oh my goodness. I'm eclectic. Being from Music City, everybody thinks that you're going to be a country singer. Well, I love country music, but my roots are gospel. But I sing R&B, soft rock, ballads, pop, you name it. If you come to my show, it's going to be just a whirlwind of music. It's everything that you could possibly think of. I describe my music as music you can feel. Like I want to be able to take people back to, like, a song to take you back to a memory, or, I like when I get those IMs that people are saying, I'm just in tears, or I have goosebumps, that's what I'm going for. Like, I want you to be able to feel what I'm singing.
That's awesome. You and I are very much similar in our philosophy about making music, especially online, where you don't have that live human being contact, but it's over the ether, and you still somehow can feel those people in that audience.
Absolutely.
Now, aside from music, this is the last question. So you did fabulous, by the way.
Thank you, Vinnie.
Please tell us just briefly, something else about yourself. You don't have to share anything extremely personal, but just to get to know you a little bit, and then we'll wrap this up.
Well, if you mean like about myself as far as what I do in Second Life when I'm not singing, I love to spend time with my family and I have an awesome husband and a great family in life. And I used to sell streams. That was an experience for me, but I don't anymore. I love going around and supporting other live musicians as much as possible. So when I'm not singing, you can definitely find me around the grid supporting someone else.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey, Parker, thank you so much for doing this, taking time out of your day to do this. And let me tell the viewers one more time, this is Parker Static, a very well-established entertainer in Second Life, coming to Sansar and agreeing to participate in the first ever contest in Sansar called the Voices of Sansar. And we would like to thank you very much once again, Parker.
I'm really excited. Thank you, Vinnie, and thank you, Alfie.
Yeah, Alfie's a big fan of country music too. He just doesn't understand. He does not understand that we're not talking about a different country. We're talking about country music. But
oh my goodness!
Thank you so much. We had a good time with you, and we'll see you at the contest.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right. Hello. We're back again. And of course, this is all part of the Voices of Sansar contest, the first ever contest in Second Life. And our guest is the great SaraMarie Philly. And how you doing, Sarah?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm phenomenal. Hey, listen, we know from your name that you're probably from Philadelphia, PA, but we're going to ask you anyway to tell us where you're from and a little bit about your background.
Actually, I am living just north of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I work in the city in Philadelphia teaching at the Esperanza Elementary School, teaching music. And but I grew up in Indiana in the Midwest. And I've been here for 13 years, and Philadelphia really feels like home to me now.
Awesome. Now, going backwards into Second Life, give us a little thumbnail sketch of what your career in Second Life has been, and tell us a little bit about that.
Oh dear. I began Second Life because when I went to Westchester University, my sociology professor told us to join and create a synopsis of it for a project, like a semester-long project. So I came researching the social structure of Second Life under a different avatar. And then I sort of stayed because I met so many people that I enjoyed talking with, especially being someone who I just had moved 800 miles away from all my friends and family. So it was great to have Second Life as a resource to talk with people. And then one day I went to see a live music show, which I didn't even know existed. And I'm like, hey, I'm a music student at university, and maybe I would like to do this. So I started just doing a couple of shows. I did a lot of tips-only venues for just a few close friends, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the freedom of being able to be at home and perform for people out there in the world from all different locations. And now I have a child. She's 7. I've been singing in Second Life for maybe 9 years, I think.
Wow.
And so I had a baby. I took some time off, and then I was still performing in real life at bars and things like that. But when you have a small child and you're a mom, it takes up a lot of your time to pack up a keyboard and all these other things, to go out there to the venue in real life and to, be there early, find parking, pay for parking, and do all this stuff. It's like an entire day's worth of work. But I found that with performing online in Second Life, and also through video, through Concert Window, and now I imagine I'll be performing in Sansar hopefully soon, it really enables me to spend time with my family while still pursuing my hobbies and interests.
That's a really excellent perspective, and I'm glad that you got so in detail to tell us about that, because a lot of people that come to our shows don't really know the person behind the avatar, and we only really get an hour, and we're not going to tell them because we're going to spend most of that time performing. So this is a nice opportunity for us. Let us all know about the kind of music that you do, the instruments you play, and so on.
Oh, I do alternative pop music. Some of the songs I've written have been very alternative, and some of them have been a lot more like disposable pop. I have songs like Release the Kraken, which is really just a fun song. It just has 4 chords that go on, and people enjoy it. But then I have other songs that are in more intricate keys with more intricate arrangements, like I have one based upon Chopin's Nocturne that I would say is a lot more academic to listen to. So sometimes people are surprised when they're like, oh, this song is a SaraMarie Philly song, and that song is also a SaraMarie Philly song, and maybe an Indecent and Rude song is even a SaraMarie Philly song. I went to college for music, so I started out playing piano when I was a child. My parents made me take piano lessons. My dad played violin, so I learned the violin. So I was in the symphony orchestra in Terre Haute and also in the chamber orchestra at Westchester playing violin. I teach piano from home. I played the clarinet in the orchestra and band at both Westchester and Indiana State. People are always asking if I play guitar, and I do, but it's really poorly. I know enough chords to get by, but I would not consider myself a guitar player by any means.
At this moment, you will consider yourself a guitar player, because I play poorly too, and I'm making it into a career. Thank you for that explanation of your background, Sarah. We do have interest in all of that. I'm going to bring up, I don't want to embarrass you, but I'm going to bring up one thing now because it's interesting. I've noticed in my years in Second Life and now in Sansar that there are an awful lot of people from my generation, my age group here. You know, you are one of our youngest stars on the grid. You came here in college, and now you've had a 9-year-long career in SL, performing well and existing, and that's remarkable. So your sociology professor deserves gratitude from us for bringing you here. So now the bridge. Okay, you ready? Give us your impressions of Sansar.
Oh dear. I'm not a very technological person, and I've been here a few times now. I think that my first impressions were that it's very much like Second Life, but with more barriers because I can't figure out how to do things. But it also has some different possibilities because you can use the virtual reality headsets, which I don't have yet. It's different. It's a cleaner screen to deal with, but I don't really have any negative or positive thoughts about it. Just very abstract thoughts about this particular grid and how it works. I'm still learning a lot.
I'm beginning to realize that when you construct something from the ground up, they started with the environments first, and that is the way, really, I think that they want the whole thing to go. So far as I've been able to ascertain from being around in here, visiting the various experiences that I have, is that the graphics are just amazing. Now, I don't have the virtual reality headset either, so I'm strictly judging by desktop. But no, those are actually, your impressions are very similar to mine. We're very excited that you're involved in the Voices of Sansar. Before we say goodbye to you, we want to wish you the best of luck in competing in that. And also, on a personal level, as an artist that's doing the virtual world thing with music, thank you for bringing your talent to this medium, because we need more like you. Good educated musicians with a degree, that comes at a premium here. We get a lot of guys that came from Alabama with their banjo on their knee, but when you get somebody that's world class, that has a background like yours, it makes everything very special. So I hope that as one of your peers, that I do appreciate you being around, and I think it's amazing to be able to get out and hear someone like you perform.
Oh, thank you so much. I think I also appreciate the performers that come from Alabama with the banjo, because we share something together, even if, we're at different sides of the globe, or we have different political thoughts, or different, locales and different kinds of music. We share this virtual space together and something in common that connects us, which is really, really nice.
Good. Well, see, I wasn't being negative towards them, because I come from Northeast Ohio with my banjo on my knee. But it is nice to have the diversity. And when you get somebody that is, a seasoned and skilled instrumentalist and that kind of thing, it does bring a whole nother set of colors into what we're trying to do with live music. And so, yes, I hopefully wish that you would perform in Sansar as well, because I think there's very few doing it right now, and so this is a very good ground floor opportunity to bring what you do to a whole nother world, and you're going to find the international flavor here is going to get your original music across to the world. And of course, Release the Kraken, now that's going to be a big hit in Sansar, and suddenly we're going to have these giant squid coming out of the sky,
Oh, I hope so.
attacking us. Okay, SaraMarie Philly, and she is in the Voices of Sansar, and we'd like to thank Alfie and Pete and Clover and the staff here for putting this together, and we'll see you guys all for the next interview. Thanks again, Sara.
Thank you.